January 22nd broke over the rivers and pine woods, the air sharp with frost, the Tallapoosa glinting like metal beneath the pale sun, long before any European flag was raised. Creek families watched the mist drift through their winter camps, the smoke of their fires winding into the sky like quiet prayers. The rivers carried trade and messages between the Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Creek, lines of communication older than borders. Spanish explorers came first, leaving behind fragments of iron and silence, their journals describing a land vast and untamed. The French followed, founding Mobile and naming their chapel for St. Louis, a frontier of faith and commerce on the edge of empire. When the British took control in 1763, the bells of that chapel were silenced, replaced by the crack of muskets and the sound of marching boots. Then in 1830, the Americans raised their flag over Fort Charlotte, completing a cycle of conquest that had reshaped every coast and riverbed. By 1818, settlers were spreading across the Cahaba and Black Belt, clearing ground for cotton plantations whose white rose would become both Alabama's wealth and its wounds. Slavery deepened its hold, and the fertile soil became a ledger written in toil. The territorial legislature met at St. Stephen's to chart the future of this new frontier, unaware how fragile its unity would be. On January 22nd, 1861, as secession gathered momentum, the delegates in Montgomery adjourned for the day, preparing to host the newly forming Confederate government. Their debates filled the air with talk of sovereignty and destiny, but beneath the words ran the old tension between freedom and bondage. A century later, Montgomery became the stage for a different revolution. In 1961, young activists and students filled its churches and meeting halls, preparing for sit-ins, marches and boycotts that would redefine the nation's conscience. Where cannons had once stood ready, voices now rose in determination, teaching that courage could take the shape of discipline and peace. In 1982, Montgomery opened the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, marking a rebirth of culture in a city once divided by war and segregation. The arts reclaimed the public square where politics had long ruled, proving that reflection could mend what power had broken. Decades later, on January 22nd, 2011, tornadoes ripped through Birmingham and the surrounding hills, scattering homes and memories alike. Again in 2023, storms returned, testing the same resilience that had carried generations through war, poverty and change. Each time the people rebuilt, neighbors lifting rafters, clearing roads and feeding one another beneath makeshift tents. The pattern of destruction and renewal, so deeply woven into Alabama's past, repeated itself once more. From creek hunters on frozen mornings to citizens rebuilding after the storm, January 22nd speaks of endurance. It reminds that history's deepest current is not war or conquest, but the persistence of ordinary lives refusing to yield.